So I could have got a drinks menu, but then I would have to buy food, and the drinks probably would have included bad things from it, as this is no alcohol, maybe a few carbs. So I'd like to think myself as inventive, and as a barman one night I looked inside the ice bucket and noticed that the ice was melting, and there was a small amount of water at the bottom, and I thought what that needs is like a little platform for the ice to sit on, and so that your water can accumulate without melting the ice. Thought it was a brilliant idea, but in fact those ice buckets usually do come with one of those. It's just that it went missing. Well, as the title suggests, I am. I was saying that because I didn't say that to Ed. I said that because of it already. The Wi-Fi already went out. So at the moment, I took my washing to the new washing outside of the centre. The centre is closed. I shouted out, "Bastard!" Then I realised I wasn't going to the centre. So on a weekend, they get very busy, and the government has asked these places to close down. So today is the last day of closing down stuff in Japan. Well, in the busy areas, lots of Japan aren't affected. So I may go for a real beer tomorrow. Good news is the real beer is 165 yen for the first beer only. So I started taking more things for my kidney problems and pudding. So yesterday I went to one shop. They had a load of so I went to one shop, and there was two choices of cherries, one for 500, one for 850 with tax. So I asked the lady in the shop what's the weight. She didn't know, so I came back later. Meanwhile, I went to another shop, and they had 750 grams of cherries for 1,080 yen, including tax. And so I went to the other shop, and I got a young girl to weigh the cherries for me. She also weighed my stones, and it was 424 grams. So it was indeed better to buy 1,750 grams of cherries, which I ate some this morning. So I'm on cherries and berries, and later today I hope to be on to daikon, mooli, because that is also supposed to be good for your kidneys. I am in Gusto. I thought about going to, but it's a lot more comfortable in here. And sometimes the Wi-Fi in McDonald's is not always there, a bit like me. Oops, I broke my fucking mask. Oh dear. It's going all right. Just spending time waiting for my washing to get washed. Wondering if I've got enough money in my pocket to pay for this non-alcoholic beer. In fact, I've got no fucking money in my pocket. Oh, what's this? Maybe I got... Yes! Maybe that went into the wash. That's what I love about Japanese currency. Or the notes. If you leave your money... What about American dollars? If you leave the money, Japanese money, if you leave it in the... If you leave Japanese money in your pockets, it's washable. Captain Crunch. Was Captain Crunch the one with the Nantucket clusters? I used to enjoy it when I was in America. I used to enjoy eating that. Very crunchy. Was it hazelnut clusters or something like that? Fuck man, look, we used to have a confectionery in England called a walnut whip. It was a little piece of chocolate like that, and inside was cream, and on the top was walnut. It was great. Cool off it. It is. I think in England we do, and that the working class are treated like shit, but that is our payoff. We get nice biscuits and chocolate. And recently they said this chocolate factory in Scotland may be closing down because the young people aren't eating as many biscuits as the old people used to do. Did you ever think of making some new fucking products? Oh dear. Okay, take it easy, take care. See you next time. Bye bye. I've got a very long nose there. I felt it this morning. If you've got nose hairs, don't pull them out. My auntie did that once, and she had a very bad incident. Her nose just went bleh. And I also read recently that if you do that, you could also get meningitis. So don't do it. The girl opposite ordered some French fries. That was really not fair. girl has moved. We're going to sit down to me, next to me there. Then she moved over to the other side. Now she's moving again. I don't like that. She's making me feel as though I've got a problem. Fucking bitch. I think this will verify that I've spent most of this time looking at this screen. Maybe I should put my cock away. Maybe because I mentioned the French fries. Should I get some French fries? Oh, that's French. She's moving next to me. Oh, that's a surprise. Ah, God, it's the aircon that's right above her head. And I thought it was me. Westy. I think, isn't Westy the nickname for a Scottish dog? As well as Scotty. I could get a small plate of chips. No. I've got to fight it. I've got to fight the urge to order some French fries. Try and make a good day today. Cherries, berries, moolie, yogurt, and what was the other thing? Quaker oats. That's all natural today, apart from the non-alcoholic beer. Were I a truck driver, no, but we used to have a big truck on. I used to have a telecom, so that was small trucks. I've got a truck, but the biggest thing we ever drove, it was like sometimes we use it on the two-man party for doing like preventative work, and that was like a 3-ton, I think. But it was a really long truck. They used to put the telegraph poles on them. But apart from my truck and other people's I've used, no. I did go for a job as a truck driver, but when they saw me, they said that the person in charge wasn't in. My driving license, I've not had a lot of luck with the driving license. But I think especially the big trucks, they've got my admiration. It's not difficult backing one of those into like a fucking kids school kids playground, and then loading the kids up. need to lose weight, but my appetite has been increasing over this last week. I'm not sure on 24-foot cube truck. I'm not sure what that is, mate. But yesterday it wasn't so much as a crash, but what happened was, I think this truck driver, a really massive, like a 10-ton, 20-ton, and I think a farmer had been doing the field, and the farmer was going back onto the trailer to take it away, and it looks like the truck driver didn't see it until the last minute, and he went over the other side of the road and got stuck. He got stuck on the pavement, and the police closed the road down. Yeah, there's a lot of, but in Japan, like I used to, when I took over my mate's business while he was away, lots and lots of fucking repairs to trucks. But the thing is, in a country like this, there are so many fucking trucks. A lot of gaijin scam. Which one was that, mate? Aluminum, stainless steel, and fucking heavy bits, which is great now because I haven't got that job now. My mate's back, so the gaijin scam. I wonder what that is then. But I've made like 6,500 videos, and some of them I completely forgot that I made them. Hello, Gorky. That's the right name, isn't it? Is it Gorkali? Sometimes the Wi-Fi goes out. And it goes blank. Did everyone go? Oh no. Which city are you in, Westy? If you're still there. Anyone still there? Oh, good. Yes, I was saying sometimes it closes down, the Wi-Fi goes, the link, and I disappear. I don't know, it would depend on what kind of advice about what, wouldn't it? Yeah, it happens now and again. This stream, they consider me a monster. Mister Strange, because I'm nearly twice the size of the average Japanese person, and I'm loud, and I'm loud. Yeah, I don't think there's. I think in the guides in here, I don't think there's so many otaku. Really, I don't think I've met many otaku because they're probably in the bedrooms. Met many otaku because they're probably in the bedrooms doing hikikomori. Yeah, the only thing I would advise a foreigner is if you get a driving license, stop at every place you're supposed to stop because it just saves you a lifetime of fucking pain. Yeah, that's what I would advise. Don't go into a knocking shop in Tokyo. Uh, don't drink too much sake on a nomihodai. If you find a good woman, marry her, give her most of your money to look after. Yeah, learn Japanese. That's what I'd say. No, it's not too expensive for a car. You can get a second-hand car quite cheap. You could even lease one. I've seen one lease. I've seen them leased very cheap. Old cars. You can probably lease them very, very cheap. As you can probably lease them very, very cheap. Has he got a driving license? Can he transfer his driving license? If you don't use the car for work, there's not much point in having one unless you live in the countryside. If you just want to go out for a day with a prospective partner, then just rent one or find a girlfriend with a car. If you well, if you're from Britain and maybe certain other countries, you can just transfer it over. These are good advice for young people coming to Japan. If you work for a language school, if you're from America, don't argue with Europeans, and if you're from Europe, don't argue with Americans, because you're both equally fucking stupid. So, no one language is better than the other. Well, of course, unless it's English. No, but just don't waste your time arguing over bloody stupid things. thorough. What requirements are you talking about? Like, if you're from England, because I think we drove on the better driving records than lots of people, so we just transfer it over, apply for a new license. They give you the license, 4,000 yen. Yeah, like I say, stop at every where you're supposed to stop, and you'll be all right. Because the police are waiting. They're waiting for you. Especially on the back streets. Panama, he's got no fucking chance. No, he's got no chance. I doubt very much he'll accept that license. Is he connected to the rich? There are certain countries in the world they don't even accept their driving license. Osu ありますか? That's okay. Oh, thank you. Was that based on a real story? Well, people complain they've been here a long time and I still get viewed as a gaijin, they still treat me like a gaijin. That's because you're a fucking gaijin. I'll have to check his name out later. For the most part, Western gaijin that come here get it good. If you're from Asia or India, Pakistan, but the Pakistanis usually have good business. But in America, they can't really criticise other nations because they've got a shocking safety record on the roads. I think the number of people dying on the roads hasn't changed in fucking 50 or 60 years. Well, no, it depends which part of the country you're in. Mm. Yeah. No, but he got followed around by school children and treated like he was a zoo animal. That's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Treated like he was a zoo animal. And a lot of these teachers complain, oh, they pretend I'm like some kind of fucking juggling act. If you don't fucking like it, get back to fucking America where it's not fucking safe. If you don't fucking like it. I hate these cunts who complain like that. I fucking hate them. You can get a good job here, and they're not even fucking trained, most of them. They haven't got a fucking degree in fucking English. They're not got any fucking teacher training. They've got fucking nothing. They haven't even bothered to learn the fucking language, and then they come here and they fucking complain. Fuck them. Treated like he's a fuck. What's wrong with having kids following you around? I get kids shouting me out all the time. I wave at them, I smile at them, I talk to them. What's fucking wrong about having kids following you around? What's wrong with that? Fucking nothing. No, they don't follow you, but they might do in the mountains. There was one, so he was ginger-haired, and so you can imagine being a foreigner, but being a ginger-haired foreigner, that is really fucking strange for the Japanese. But one of the for a Westerner, for Western girls that were born in America, and they're Asian, and they can't speak Japanese, but they come to teach or other things. If they arrive in Japan, and when Japanese guys go up to them and start to chat them up in Japanese, and they obviously can't speak Japanese, so I can't speak Japanese, so the guys think the girls are taking the piss. And sometimes they get a lot of shit because all the guys think they're fucking Japanese. But you can soon tell the difference between an Asian Western and a bloody Japanese person. Am I gay? Not today. It's a day off. I heard your middle name was Little Dick. Little Dick Flu Shot. Is that you? No, I've got a friend that he was here in the 1970s, I think. 1970s, early 80s. He had a fantastic life, and he was tall, blonde-haired. You know, unbelievable money for teaching. Unbelievable money for teaching English at those times. Little formaldehyde. I know his brother Jekyll. Little Jekyll and Hyde. When I first came here, I was lucky because I met a very rich guy in New Zealand, and I went to his offices after I arrived in Tokyo the next day. The next day, he arranged to pick me up from my. He arranged to pick me up from the digs I was at, and in the following week, the weekend, he took me. He sent out one of his gay guys because he was running the entertainment section, and he took me around Tokyo, and we went to this German bar, and I said, well, I could do that on Saturday. On Monday, I got a job serving beer, no Japanese whatsoever. That following week, I did a talk, and for 1 hour's talk, I got 180,000 yen for 1 hour. Is that your fucking complaining? Does that sound like your complaining friend? I just farted and I forgot this girl was next to me. But when you fart in front of a Japanese person and you say, oh, excuse me, they say, no mind. Little flu shot, I cannot tell. Are you a lady? I can't tell from it's very small on this phone. I made a video called My Computer's Not Gay a few years ago, and it got some attention a few weeks ago when I had a lot of people visiting the site asking the same question. Is your computer still gay? Are you gay? Blah, blah, blah. So that's where it's from. No, well, to tell you the truth, I don't think any woman likes a very well-endowed man, because and people with men with large penises will tell you this, because they can't take it. The cervix is like 5-inch deep, so they don't really like very large penises. Asian women, because they're not set up to take them, so and especially up the arse. So, but I think any man that puts his fucking himself and he depends all his life on a large penis, he's not really, you know. But like I said, a lot of well-endowed men, they have this similar problem finding a woman that can take it. No, but I think that if a guy is black, I think they're interested without a doubt, because they've heard about black people. But I think it's like any woman anyway. There's a lot of men around the world that don't treat their wives very well, or their girlfriends. And I think generally the Western man treats women better than the Asian men. I was watching a video today on stalking in Japan, and a lot of Japanese men see their wife or girlfriend as their property. Can you believe they see them as their property? They're theirs. Well, I've been broke for the last 2 years. I didn't see any Swedish girls, but there was one online for a while, but she's disappeared now. That's not bad. That sounds pretty good to me. But at the moment, I've got some money now, so I'm. No, but you get some women that do. Some women do, and some women don't. But I think the guy with blonde hair, blue eyes is well up there, especially if they speak English. So the ones that are at the bottom of the pecking pile are the Indians. I don't mean Navajo. I mean from India. I just got to go to the toilet. Hang on a minute. No, but a lot of people that come to Japan, a lot of them are interested in anime. So, like, I was never really interested in anime. I just wanted to learn the language so I could get a good job. So, and when I went back to England, oddly, not speaking so much Japanese, not a lot, and even though I went to school, I still got a job using it, like a big company in London, selling to all the big shops and hotels. So it was. I was the only one at the interview. I think if you can speak Japanese, you've got a good job of putting yourself right at the front of the queue when it comes to work. 493. No, you can't get into the country at the moment, mate. You can't read me, you'd have to try, but no, I don't think you can get into the country. Grab dinner, feeling hungry now. Alright, Cocky, been good talking to you, take care. I think they said there was a labour shortage, so. Especially for cleaning old people's bums in care houses. You know, well, I'm sure they probably do shove them on one of those automatic toilets. Yeah, I went for one of those jobs a few years ago, but because of my beard, they said I couldn't do the job because they're mentally inefficient or weak. They grab for people, so they would grab for my beard. Where are you from, Westy? Oh, Massachusetts, okay. Yeah, I was watching, last few weeks I was watching the brothers from Manchester. Yeah, it seems to me you need to be on an amazing salary. But if you look at people, especially in California and New York, they can't afford to fucking live because there's no control on the fucking rents. They just let the fucking rich and the people just take. And the thing is, see, if you get China, their middle class is larger than the population of America. They've got so many millionaires, and then what happens is, in the desired area like Vancouver in America, like LA, like New York, they just force the prices up. And if you're like a normal person, you can't afford fucking $1,200 or more for your fucking apartment. And they're not even fucking, a lot of the time they're not even in the country. But the government doesn't give a fuck about this. I mean, I saw a story this morning, someone that working for Jeff Bezos. And then if you imagine you've got the fucking, that's just your rent. Then you've got to start paying the fucking tax on the fucking, to live in the city. And then there's utilities. Yeah, I was watching the Bee Gees. Dun, dun, dun. My girl in Massachusetts. Something like that. That's a good song. Right, Westy, I'm going to get off. Going to take my washing out and my sneakers and put them in the dryer. Then maybe do some work. All right, pal. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for chatting. I appreciate it. Take care.